Today, this is stephaniebialas. Watch me work, and I'm working live on this recording. I am going to go into, we started working on a customer's CRM account this week. And a CRM, you can learn more about them online, but they are a customer relations management tool that lets you organize your contacts, prospects, customers, and do a lot of great, efficient, scalable automations and email marketing, all kinds of things. But this is basically a watch me work live session. I'm doing this without a script. So I'm logging into their account right now. Agile CRM, Kyda. We created the account yesterday. We spent probably more than 4 hours working in the account. And what we typically do is we set the account up for the free version. You can use HubSpot for a free version. You can use Agile CRM. There's other kinds of CRM tools or other type vendors available like Salesforce. All of them have similar core functionality but have different ways of doing it and different features and bells and whistles and different costs for sure. So this is a tool that's free. And we set this up. When we set it up, we have the customer give us an email address that we control. So in this case, Kyda Technologies uses domain email addresses, and they created one that we requested called memberserve@kydatech.net. It's a domain email address. If they didn't have one that was domain, and if they didn't have a completely spare, unused, available Gmail account, then we would essentially create a free email account for them, either on our domain. Like for instance, we would use setups1@denuomedia.com or setups2@denuomedia.com, and then what we would do is set up an email account using a webmail package and use that with a signature line that represents the customer as a member services, and we would set all of our social media accounts or social profiles or marketing activities and support activities, sales and service over to that account, so that we don't have to wait or have the customer receiving emails and dealing with setup stuff and the like. So we don't have a problem or delay in setting this account up or any account thereafter. This one was set up yesterday. The customer did not know we were setting it up yesterday. They just know we have to do this over the next month. And so how we do that is having that secondary account that we control. It is preferred that the customer provide it, but if not, then we can create it in one of two manners like I described. Either way, when we have an account for a customer, we do set up a signature line. We do set up a signature line in that account. So in this case, the customer provided us this Outlook email address. They gave us a password and username, and we whoops, I better put that, correct that. We log into it initially, which we've already done this recently, to set up his other social medias or to redirect them to this account. And we essentially create a signature line that looks like this. So it's generic enough. It says marketing and member services for the customer, for our customer, which is Kyda Technologies. And then we also reference the owner name and their contact information. We do not, unless the customer has hired us to provide phone interaction with their customers, we do not give out our company phone number and our company information in here. We do have occasion to run campaigns where we're doing follow-up calls, and in those cases what we do is we put the signature line to a phone number that's either a new Google phone number for the customer that we create or one that they provide, or we set up an extension and let the customer know that we will be doing it as Denuo Media. For instance, if we have a campaign that says leave a message if you're interested, or click here if you're interested, and someone will follow up with you, we would then have it come from Denuo Media, and Denuo Media is either calling on behalf of the customer, Kyda Technologies, as Denuo Media, as the outsourced vendor and disclosing it in transparency, or we would call on behalf of Kyda Technologies and not provide the fact that we are a secondary company unless asked. So that is how we get around having to have delays with customer interactions and yet provide professional services for our customers of various ranges. So that handles the communication issues when we do advocate work or brand ambassador work for our customers. Okay, so we're getting back to the CRM since we get a little bit off topic sometimes. And as much as this isn't a training video, I know I tend to go down that path sometimes. And so I'm going to try and stay focused on the doing today. Today we are setting an email template up that we are going to issue out to the 100 contacts that we loaded in yesterday. The other video that we used, we had loaded 100 contacts. Actually, we loaded 500. Oh, wait, there's 200 here. Hold on, let me clear all the filters and see how many we have. There's 212 contacts loaded in this account. Oops, that's not correct. Hold on. Let me log out of this for a minute. My bad, guys. That was a different account. And there are way more than 200 in there. But okay, so I'm over here in the customer's account, clearing all tags. We have 594 email addresses. These email addresses all have only a first name of friend. And the reason is when you go to import a file of contacts, you have to have an email address and a first name at a minimum. You don't have to use the first name in your email marketing or in your communications, which we're not going to start this up. We're using just email address and making the generic emails content-based and not personalized. So we are now looking at the contacts of the customer. We are setting up an email to go out. And we already started the email right here. But we're going to create the one that we're mailing out immediately. We're going to click the add button or add email template. We have the contacts in, we're creating an email template, and then we have to have an automation that says whenever a contact is triggered to receive an email, send this email. So that's what automation is. So first we have a contact, then we have an email template, and then we have, I'm going to show you what automation looks like real quick. So automation is sitting right here, and we want this automation to be send an email when a customer or contact receives a certain indication on the record on their profile that they should get it. And that we're going to use a tag. So whenever a tag is added, that is this tag, CTA40, which I believe CTA40, it is a intro. It's an intro email that says we had recent connection and we would like to have you watch a video, and we invite you to connect by setting up an email. I'm setting up an appointment. So CTA40 is an automation. It is intended for audiences that we've recently connected with and we'd like them to watch a video. So whenever somebody receives the tag CTA40 on their record, an email is going to go, and that email is going to be from, we'll make it from Kyda Tech, Todd Brady. And it's going to have a subject of recent connection, or it'll say something like let's connect, but we'll leave recent connection. Here's a video intro. Actually, let's just do let's connect. Let's connect further. All right, so we'll save that. In a minute, we have the template of the email that go is going to be the one that we created, which was, actually we didn't create it yet, so we're just going to save this. Jumped ahead, sorry. I'm so used to doing the work when I'm in here. Instead of using a template, we're just going to say test connect intro with me. So there's a real email, and then when we finish creating the template, we'll come and put the template instead. All right, so this is the automation. It says anytime there's a tag added to a contact and the tag on the contact is this little tag, then send this email to them and send it with all the characteristics I described. And I forgot to add tracking on here. That just keeps track of things a little better. We'll talk about that later. So we will now save the automation. The automation is saved. So we're going to go to the people records, and we're going to find me. And I just want to show you, I'm a contact in their system. If I were to add a tag here and it was to be CTA40, then I would get that letter. And we're going to do it right now. So if I'm adding the tag CTA40, add, then the email message that will go is the one that says test. It's not a template yet, but we are going to change that soon. So here is the timeline of activities happening for this contact. We're going to leave this while we go work on, I'm going to leave this while I go work on the template that I really want to go out. So here's the email templates that exist in your library. I am going to take a look at this one and see what it looks like. It's a draft that we started yesterday. Yes. So I'm going to copy this one because it has Todd's information on here. Copy it. And we are going to call it CTA 40 because we want to make sure that we can, when we're in another screen, we can pull it down from a drop-down menu listing all the templates in an easy to identify fashion. So the template name can be anything you want, but I like to have a little intelligence built into it to make it easy to use from different modules. Okay, so CTA 40 is the name of this template. It is for new connections, and it's an intro video. And then it's a let's connect further video. Okay. Let's connect further. Let's just leave it like that. Click save. And now we can change the template up. So we're going to do that. We're going to put content in here that's kind of already created. I'm going to pull it over here. I'm going to change this font to Verdana 16. I don't like it. We'll just leave it Verdana. No, that just looks terrible. Not sure I want it that big. Actually, let's get rid of this and go with this down here. This one's about what I want right here. So I'm going to go get that content one more time. Put it here. Get rid of this. Not my favorite font, but we'll go with that. And so there's one. In this particular case, I need to insert the video there, so this would be replaced with a video. I don't know if I have any buttons on this one. Oh, I do. Okay. I think it's a 2-button thing though, but we'll go in here and we will add more buttons. Set up. Add more. Default. Setup. 2. So we'll delete the first one. We have setup 1, setup 2. It's going to be request a meeting basically. We'll come back to those though. So I would have more content that needs to go in here. Text. It's going to go below there. Let's look at this again. Verdana 24. Get rid of this. Change it to be Verdana 24. Okay. So in this case, we're going to move this up to the top. Oh. And we are going to save and close. Oops, it didn't go all the way up. I'm not sure. We'll just leave that, I guess, for now. we're not going to have this, so let's get rid of that. And I think we're close to done. I kind of like that at the bottom now that I'm looking at it. Oh, there's a lot of clickables down there. So I'm talking through this. Okay, so hello, our professional profiles recently became connected online. Please accept this invitation to get acquainted professionally. Here's a short video. Please accept this invitation. Here's a short intro video of my services. Is that all that was in there? Oh, okay. And then I'd love to bring your profile to life in my active network. Please consider a 15-minute call to tell me about your offerings. So I think there's only one button in this one. And so with that button, we're actually going to set up his calendar today to make it only on a certain day of the week that people can schedule these 15-minute intros. So with that, I have to save this template. And then let's, by the way, okay, while I'm doing that, hold on one second, set up, click to schedule. Let's see what it looks like so far. It's okay. Not my favorite. There's a lot of stuff in between here, so we're going to get rid of some of the paddings. 5, 5. What the paddings are is spacing above and below. This, you have to click on the block, click customize, and then like here's the block, click customize versus the content, which is the video link here. And then you reduce the padding above and below. They don't have right and left side padding on these in this particular tool. So in here, this is the block, and this is content is right here. The customize lets you go what's the space above and what's the space below. Let's go with 3 and 3, save and close. Really don't want any on the bottom, honestly, on this one. And then this one, I'm going to go 1. Should be moving that up. Probably almost could get away with 0. Really don't like this, but okay. It's all right. It's doable. Why is it? Oh, there must be a return carriage in there. So let's go to the bottom of this and find out. Yeah, that's why that was doing that. Okay, so I'll go in this and see. This is just an image. It's not causing it, so I don't know. That one's kind of odd. Okay. So this is kind of close. Let's put padding of 5 and see if it helps a little bit. Yeah, let's go 7. Okay. And then you have schedule the call. We definitely don't want it that far down. 8. 8. Save. It's still kind of low. 3. Okay, good enough. All right, so we have a template now to work from, but I'm going to go back to the people. Again, this is my CTA 40 letter, and I have an automation that says anytime a person receives a CTA 40 tag, send them this letter. So then I'm going to have a check here. I want to go back to the one that we sent a minute ago, which was stephaniebialas. I did CTA 40. I applied a tag here. The tag was added. Oh, we don't have Well, wait a minute. No, it should have went. Let's go check our automation. Sales, automation. Maybe I didn't connect it. Oh, it looks like I didn't save it. Okay, so we have to recreate that automation. Send email. This time we'll put let's connect further. And then let's put the template in that we just created instead of a test. The email is CTA40. So see there, I can tell easily which template to grab because it's named CTA40. Settings have to be tracked. They don't have to be tracked, but I want to track and push, which means I'll get information tracked better. Okay, so I connect the start to the actual letter. So we have an automation again. I have to get the name of that CTA40. So I called it. It won't matter what the description is because I have a tag here. So if I catalog all my tags and my letters, I'll know what they are. But I do try to make a little bit of a self-explanatory description. So there we have CTA40 is the tag. When somebody gets that on their record, send this letter. And again, we're going to go into this email and we're going to see it's going to come from member and marketing servant. It's going to come from Todd Brady, your cyber planner, or your new cyber planner. Yeah, we'll put your cyber planner. Let's connect further. Click save, go into it again. The settings here, there's no text in this because we're using a template. So we selected from the template loader, and what that did is it recalled all the templates that exist, and we selected the CTA41, and then we put a setting on here to do extra tracking. So then with that, we save the automation. And now we should be able to go to any contact, which I'm not ready to send it officially because we need to insert that real video. So we're going to delete this tag here since I want it to be added new to the person. So we will receive an email. So here's my contact, Stephanie. And we'll add the tag CTA40. And we'll wait a little bit, and while that's waiting to see if it's going to send an email, which it should, because this person received a tag, and I have an automation set up that says when you have a person who receives a tag, send a letter or do something. In this case, it says send the template called CTA40, which we need to get the customer to provide us a quick intro video. For some reason, it's not saving my automation here. Well, this isn't good. So normally that would exist there. I need to involve the support staff now from this company because normally the automation would save and it's not saving it here. So normally it would list here. Yikes. Why is it not saving? Let me try this one more time. Bring the email down from them. Text nothing. Select a template load. CTA40. Save that. Settings. Click yes. Save. So my automation, this is the third time I've tried to create the automation. It should be saved, no problem. Maybe I didn't click save somewhere, I don't know. Okay, let's see if the automation exists. I'll click save again. Automation limit reach. What? You can't have more than one automation? Are you kidding me? I thought you could. Well, that just stinks. Well, let me check the CRM website. Pricing is where I know that information is. The free version. Shows you down here what you get with the free version. 1,000 contacts. How many automations? Oh, actually it looks like you get none. One trigger. I see it gives you one automation trigger. Well, that's not good. So what I'm going to do is pause the video, because I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting this contact list in my Agile CRM just to get a letter out for them. But we have to call the customer, so I have to pause. Okay, so I didn't even get a hold of him. What we're going to do instead, I took for granted that automation piece would be there for this customer. They're not available to ask anything, so I'm going to make a decision to move forward without the automation since they are unavailable at this time. So what I am going to do is, with the free version here, we do have still the email campaign capability, and I will be sending that message manually. So let me illustrate that. Here, this is the Agile CRM pricing. The first column is the 0 free one, and we do have our template builder that we use for customers, no problem. We have the landing page builder, which we'll talk about in another one. The automation was what I was forgetting we didn't have, or didn't know we didn't have for the customer for the free version. For $9 a month, they can get it. And I want them to, but it is a 2-year commitment, so it's a longer dialogue. I'm not going to go there today. I'm going to move forward with using the email template builder, which we just used, the contacts, which we already added, and then making sure we can send out an email message. So here I am, I'm a contact in the system. I pull the record up, and if I want to email them something, I go in here, I click send email, and essentially oh, there's no mail verified. It automatically fills in who it's to. It then lets you pick from the template list. So it's a manual process. I don't want this long term. I'm going to click CTA 50, and there's the template. If I wanted to modify it, I could, which I'm not done finalizing it, but this is a test. There's no verified email address here, so I have to go and do that still. We're going to do that first, so we aren't going to send this yet. We're going to go over to the admin settings, and we're going to probably have to do a domain registration or a name key setup on the website. But for now, let's go to the email addresses. So we have a domain name for these guys, kydatech.net. We're going to get the settings. In order for us to have solid deliverability of outbound emails from this tool, CRM, using an email address that's domain registered, you need to take this information here that we just received by saying get settings, by putting the domain name in, and you need to give it to your website people. In our case, we're shipping it over to an internal person, and we will make the changes for our customer, Kyda Tech, by logging into their website and placing this into the proper places in their website, in their domain system, in the mail side. So we need that. It's on the website where this change needs to take place, and then there may be some settings further. But I'm not technical enough. I know that you need to have this on the website where the domain is, or in the domain system, for that Kyda Technet email to be verified, so we have good deliverability. And we have it here in this system already, and then we'll have it over there, and then that allows for emails to be sent out without being filtered by receiving mail packages by contacts who, when you send to them, if you don't have a domain name registered setting from the CRM tool, it won't get delivered, or it won't always get delivered. It'll have low probability of getting through the receiving side's filters. It's a lot to explain, but it's not as complicated as that, really. It is simple. You give this information, you put your domain name in here, so whatever it might be, in this case it's kydatech.net. You say get me the settings, and then you give this information to your whoever can access your website and your email solution setup. And then once that's done, you'll be able to verify an email address. which we probably can't do it right now. We'll try. Yeah, we need authorized, please configure domain keys. So that's going to take us to an explanation sheet, which I don't need because we've done this before. But we really can't send out anything at this point. So yes, actually, no, I can't. So we're not going to be able to illustrate exactly what I wanted, which is fine because I can still move forward and get it ready. I'm going to, I just, sorry. So we're going to delete that tag. What I'm going to work on right now is the email templates so that we're ready to send them out once the domain name issue is, once the name issue is resolved. So I'm going to go into here and see what I need. Further, I'm going to need this video. So I will send this to the customer. I need to set up his calendar, so I'm going to go over there. Admin settings. There should be a calendar setting here. This calendar link will allow customers to self-set an appointment. So we're going to create a calendar. Where is it going to be? Not service. Calendar right here. So it was under admin settings, not system settings. And here's the link right here. I'm making the business hours only the hours that we would like to have only the, we're going to do a phone call. Only the days that we would like, so we're turning everything off. We want the customers to be able to schedule their reach out call with him for, let's say, Tuesdays, and we're going to pick from not noon, well, from 11 until 4. Let's do 12 plus 2 plus 12 is 14. 4 plus 12 is 16. So it'll be 1600 hours. It'll be 4 o'clock. So from 11 to 4 on Tuesdays. And we'll leave it at that for right now. And basically from 11 to 4 on Tuesday, 11 to 2. Oh, that should be 16. 11 to 4 on Tuesdays, calls would be set. Now, we actually could handle these inbound calls for the customer. And essentially they would give us details about their company and we would become a brand representative for them. And when they call for the intro appointments, we would have a purpose of introducing and talking about the company and giving the highlights of the core services. And also possibly doing a pre-close, setting some foundation for approximate values on value proposition information. And any specials or promotions. So we can do this as a service. So for every month we would charge you based on the number of possible calls, or we could charge you a minimum number of calls whether you get them or not. So we're going to save this. The other option is you do your own receiving of these calls. These are scheduled appointments that are inbound from contacts who are requesting to have a connection with you. And this model applies for also running promotions on the internet. You would send an email out or run an ad, and they literally would self-subscribe if they were interested. And then once they click and schedule it, an email can go out that says, okay, pay first. And once they pay, then we can confirm the appointment. So there's a lot of things to do to automate the process and get you closer to a close, or even close it before you talk to the person. All right, so we just set up an online calendar. It's 11 to 4 on Tuesdays. So there's 2 talking points I need to cover with this customer. Is that a good time for them to do their intro calls that are inbound, or would they like us to do for a fee? And the other thing is the automation factor. If they want to pay the $9 a month for 2 years for the CRM automation. So right now we have to, and we need a video. So we have to get an intro video. I'm very casual about the intro videos because I want it to basically be like a selfie video that they take on their phone that says, "Hi, I'm Todd Brady, and I'm glad you called," or "Here," or I'm looking forward to a call with you. Here's the main services I'd like to talk about. We can offer this, this, and this, and we've been doing this 20 years. Thank you very much, and I look forward to our appointment. And essentially direct them to the website and Facebook. Let's connect further, and then the video will end. It'll be a quick short video, and we will include that in our email letter. So here's the email letter again that we're going to include it into. And then I'm pretty much going to be calling it here a day for him, for the customer, until I get the video. But so here's the letter, and then they would include the video here. We do have a calendar link now. I can add that in. So let me go back to settings. I want to give that calendar link to the customer, and they can put that on their email. Calendar link. Online calendar. That's the calendar link. New note. Actually, let me find link. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that right now. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to come over here. Close this. We do have some configuration on this we need to set up. So the type of meeting is intro or phone meeting. Well, actually, we call it a quick connect. And I think I have that up here. Oh. So we're not doing an hour, we're not doing 30 minutes. It's a quick connect intro, 15-minute session. Save it. So it'll be a meeting on the phone. Buffer time, this is the amount of time. If you had 4 people request an appointment on 11 to 4, you would want how much time in between? So we'll put 10 minutes. And then welcome to our, let me see if I have mine set up. Weeks. Oh, I actually have the link. We'll go here. I'm going to set up an appointment just to get the email information back. So I should be getting an email. And why I want to get this email is because I need the content for, I'm going to borrow the content, reuse it, recycle it, you know. This is, might as well pause this while we wait. Okay, the email just came in, and so here's what it says. You have a new appointment. Oh, that wasn't what I was looking for, darn it. Eeks. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here. Okay, welcome to my scheduling page. Ooh, I could have done it right from there. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Yeah, that was bad. All I needed to do was go to the scheduling page. Sometimes I'm moving too quick, right? This is what I wanted right here. Welcome to our online scheduling place. Please follow the instructions to book appointment. Our regular office hours are not the same as our online booking schedule. If you would like to reach someone in the office, please contact us by phone or email at, well, yeah, let's see. Then you've got this and that. So where's that coming from? I forgot. Did I put that right in there? I must have. I must have put it down in here. Yep, I did. Okay, so we will put a picture in here. If I have one of Kyda. Well, I've got that banner. I'll use that. What? It should be an image. JPEG. JPEG. It sure is an image, so what's up with that? Save it. And let's go back and try and add an image. Image. We'll use this one if we have to. Okay. Well, okay, I don't know why it's not working, so might have to come back and do this later. This is a JPEG. This one is small. See if it's a PNG. Nope, it's a JPEG. So yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay. Well, that's ugly. Okay. Let me try something else. Three oh seven 3511. 307 3511. Click save. I really don't like to put phone numbers in places where I'm trying to automate things, but we'll see how this goes. I don't know why I'm not allowed to get a picture in here either. That's kind of annoying. I'm going to try something else. I know on mine I have a table in there for 2. And then maybe it'll let me put a picture in. That's too big. We'll go with this one. Nope, not working. So, that's so weird. Okay, that's all gone. Okay, that's all I can do for now. So I need to test the meeting. Eleven to 4. Click on that. This picture needs to change. Obviously now it needs to be Kyda's picture. Advanced. I don't want the picture there. So I'm just going to grab this. In a very basic format to get something up. We'll use this. File, save as. I'm not going to even name it properly. Kyda Tech Computers for naming a digital file. Actually, it should be cyber. It's a better word. Save it. Close it. Move over here. Close that. Come here. Close that. Come here. Okay, where's the screen? Okay, let's change this. It's really not the best, but save changes. I do like, I have a cyber planner picture I could use. I don't know where it's at though, so we will just use this for now. Okay, so if I look at that calendar thing again, okay, so we're done with that. I think. Welcome to our online scheduling. Please follow the instructions. Book an appointment. Our regular office hours are not the same. I'm going to change that a little bit. Much better. Get rid of one of those. Save. Refresh. Save. Okay, so at this point we are good. So the only thing I need to do is the web domain. There's a list of things we have to do. We have to get the web domain key, name, CNAME updated on the website today. We need to get a video from the customer to insert. We need to confirm the 11 to 4 Tuesday time works for his inbound calls and decide if he's going to do those calls or we're going to handle them. We need to ask about the $9 for 2 years, and we need to call link, give him his call links, give him his call link so he has setting his appointment calendar link so he has that to work with. And so then we need to test everything. So right now I'm pretty good. I've spent a good hour working in here setting up the letter. It's good to go. The tag is set up. The automation can't be created, so I still need to create it once I'm not going to do the automation. I'm going to actually manually trigger these. I will put them into a campaign. Hopefully we have campaign capability. I believe we do. But I'm going to go check that real quick. Pricing. Yeah, we do. So I'll be able to create a campaign in here. Right here. It just won't let me use the automation. So I will be creating the campaign in here. But we're not doing that right now. I'm going to first see if he wants to pay the $9, and if so, we'll use automation, which is a very good way to do this. Okay, so that's it. Hope it was useful and productive, and we will see you on the next Watch Me Live when I come back to work. Ciao.